Moving on to another big news, even as tension between India and Pakistan continues to escalate, India continues its diplomatic strike against Pakistan. Sources say that India may approach terror funding watchdog FATF, which is the Financial Action Task Force against Pakistan. India is planning twin financial strikes on Pakistan to throttle support for cross-border terrorism. Sources said India is likely to actively pursue getting Pakistan back onto the Financial Action Task Force or the FATF grey list, which increases monitoring of that country that goes on the list. Secondly, India is also expected to raise concerns over the International Monetary Fund or the IMF's $7 billion aid package to Pakistan, which was recently given, alleging misuse of funds for terror-related activities. The deal for the 3-year aid package was finalized in July 2024 after much consideration by the IMF and after much pleadings by the Pakistani government. If reinstated, the FATF grey list status will increase scrutiny on Pakistan's financial dealings, potentially restricting foreign investment, especially FDI that will come into the country, and any capital inflow that will come in and make it difficult for the businesses to thrive and also make it difficult for them to get loans from IMF. Pakistan was put on the grey list of the global money laundering and terror financing watchdog in June 2018. Pakistan was removed from the list in October 2022 after it committed to curb terror funding. So let's try and understand what exactly this grey list mean and what it means for Pakistan. Well, it's quite simple. It'll mean that there will be reduced foreign investments into Pakistan. If Pakistan was seeking any FDI, it will severely cut down because many countries and many companies would not want to go into a sort of a partnership where there is more compliance required by the companies of Pakistan than it usually is. So there is no ease of doing business. Now, let us also tell you that in 2008 to 2019, intermittently, Pakistan was on the grey list. And during that time, Pakistan lost more than $38 billion due to being on the grey list. Now, this will also cause huge challenges for Pakistan in securing loans from IMF and World Bank. Let us not forget the economy of Pakistan is in tatters and it is clearly surviving on these loans. Now, there will be very strict scrutiny of Pakistani finances, which would include the scrutiny of many businesses as well. Now, this will lead to downgrading of the credit ratings of Pakistan. Again, an important thing for getting loans from international agencies, so it will become difficult for Pakistan to get any big loans. Now, imports and exports will become more costly. So clearly, an impact might happen on the economy and the people as well, because all this could lead to inflation as well. Now, my colleague Gaurav Sawant is also explaining to us what exactly is the Indus Water Treaty, and this after we have seen multiple diplomatic and financial strikes, which we were just mentioning to you, by India on Pakistan. And one of them, which we saw really in the beginning, was the abeyance of the Indus Water Treaty. So take a look.
Under the Indus Water Treaty, when Pakistan was granted waters of the Western River, Indus, Chenab and Jhelum for unrestricted use, India was granted the Eastern Rivers, Ravi, Beas and Satluj. India gives 80% of the Western River water for Pakistan. It does not even harness the remaining 20%. Now there are plans, some already there, some that are now going to be speeded up. What is the advantage that India now has? And I want to explain this to you. You're looking at those projects, you're looking at the Eastern River projects, and look at the Eastern River projects closely. The Satluj, Ravi and Beas. The 5 rivers that flow to Punjab, Satluj, Ravi, Beas, Chenab, Jhelum, Punjab and Jammu and Kashmir, and undivided Punjab initially. So look, Eastern rivers for India, Western rivers was for Pakistan, but Uri, Baglehar, Salal, Pakaldul, Chutak, Nimu, Basgo, these are some of the projects, some that were held up, some that government has cleared, and some where work will go on. What's the big advantage? No inspection by Pakistani officials needed now. So Pakistan cannot stop your projects at all. It can do nothing. No restriction on flushing of rivers. For example, the Kishan Ganga reservoir. Pakistan would object to it. So if you can't flush, if you can't desilt, then you can't hold water or hold sufficient water. You can't generate enough electricity. No operational restriction on filling of reservoir. You can flush when you want, you can fill just when you want, and not just in the month of August, the peak monsoon period. No data to be shared with Pakistan.